When God has chosen you, you're not going to be able to act like everybody else. And if you are able to act like everybody else, you ain't going to be able to do it for long. Let me give you an example. So when I first got into management, I was on a turned up management team, meaning whatever energy that you gave us, that's what we gave you. And we didn't use profanity or anything of that nature, but we definitely most gave you tone and attitude. Whatever you gave us, we was the mirror. So I had a situation where I was dealing with this one employee, and he's just be making me laugh because he is such a matter of fact. Like, actually, Haley, you don't such and such. Actually, Haley, the policy and the procedure says actually one of those. I had went behind him one day and I had to scope out his work. You know, it was more of just like an audit, a random audit. And I noticed that he was doing a lot of things wrong. He was doing things right, but he had some things that needed to be corrected. So I pulled him to the side about it just to point it out. And he was like infuriated. He was upset. You know, he just did not want to take the correction. And initially when I brought it to him in a very professional, laid back way. But I guess it was just, maybe it was like because I'm a little younger, he's a little older, or some people just overall have a problem with correction. He was like, Haley, I don't like your tone, and it's a way that you can say things better, and I just feel like you're being arrogant, and I don't want to hear it, and be quiet, and don't. And I'm just like, well, you need to hear it. You will hear it, and it's nothing wrong with my tone, and you have to take correction, and you was wrong. So we was going back and forth, or whatever the case, and then it eventually ceased. So I go on about my day, and maybe about 10 minutes later, I start feeling heavy conviction. So I try to brush it off because I'm like, you know, maybe that's just how I feel when I go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just probably, you know, what I feel. So I try to brush it off, but it will not go away. So then I go in the office with my management team, the turned up management team. And I'm venting to them about it. I'm like explaining to them. And I ain't taking no shortcuts. I'm like very honest about how he acted. I'm very honest about how I acted. So I'm like, do y'all feel like something was wrong with that? Because like this kind of been bothering me ever since the incident took place. So they look at me and they like, what? Bother who? What you bother for? So they like, girl, I'm just trying to hear more of the story to see where you went wrong. Girl, you did what you had to do. You better be glad it went me. Can't get mad because he was wrong and you pointed it out. You did what you're supposed to do. You're management. So they get, you know, they begin picking at me. Not you a punk. So you feel bad. So you about to cry. So I get home and it's still there. Like it's still there. And that's why when you seek counsel for your behavior, you have to make sure you're talking to other followers of Christ. And that's nothing against them. But when you guys don't walk the same walk, they're going to see it from a worldly point of view versus things that align with the word. So because it's bothering me, I called my mom and I explained to my mom what happened in detail. And so my mom was like, well, Haley, the fact that you pointed out the information to him and pulled him to the side, that's where you were correct. Where you were wrong is when you proceeded to go back and forth. Because at the end of the day, you are management and you are held to a higher standard. And it does not matter how offended he is or how irate he is. Your job is to calm the situation down, not agitate and match his energy. No, you got to understand your position. And also, you have to understand who you answer to. You don't answer to your earthly boss that's giving you the okay to act that way. You answer to your heavenly boss that's convicting you. So since you're feeling that conviction heavy, tomorrow when you go to work, you pull him to the side and you go get that right with him. Mind you, it's not about how he responds. It's about the position you hold as a leader. So I go back to work tomorrow and I call Mr. Matter-of-Factly over to the desk. So he attitude up, y'all. What is it that you want to speak to me for, Haley? What would you like to speak with me about? I want to talk to you one-on-one, in private, if that's okay with you. So he's like, okay. So I get into it. I'm like, I apologize for the way that I handled you yesterday. Now, it is my job to correct where you are wrong. And I'm only telling you that because it may be another situation where I have to correct you. And I don't want you to feel that I'm attacking you. However, the back and forth that I did with you was unnecessary. And I apologize for that. And to my surprise, he was like, I accept your apology and I understand. I also didn't make it easy for you, but that was just a moment that me and you shared. But overall, I do feel like you're a good supervisor and I apologize for the way that I acted as well. So I'm like, not Mr. Matter-of-Factly. And we was able to get that right. I said all of this to say that when you are chosen, you cannot act like everybody else. God is going to mold and shape you through conviction and correction to align with Him. And do not ignore that or run from that. That's His love. When you feel that correction or that conviction, oblige to it. Also, as followers of Christ, you cannot seek counsel to those who are not submitted to Christ. It's not to put them down, but they are not going to give you advice based off of the word and the alignment of God. It does not matter if it sounds reasonable or logical. If it does not align with that word, it's not godly counsel.